we're following district policy, is what we're doing. So the last thing I want is him out of class.
Yeah, I know.
That's all
he takes his
want.
classes seriously.
Yes.
He studies. He wants to get straight A's. He did that. He made honor roll when he was here before.
Yep.
He intends to do that again right now, but it's hard because he keeps missing class for this. So
I understand that.
yeah, and I mean, we teach him to always stick up for your beliefs. And I mean, you're going over the revolution for 7th grade. I mean, the founding fathers stood up for what they believed in against unjust laws. This is unjust.
Okay, like I said, we're upholding a policy that was provided to us, which we have to uphold.
Okay, can you show me where the policy?
In typical authoritarian fashion, you have people who don't understand what in the world is going on around them, trying to make decisions for everyone else. I think we all know that the Gadsden flag has nothing to do with slavery, and anyone who says it does is an ignoramus who should be ignored. Unfortunately, in this case, you have a teacher who tried to assert her authority and a school board too cowardly to say, hey, you're being stupid. That's what this is all about. Not enough people willing to turn to people who they agree with in general politically and say, you know, you're wrong about this, and maybe you should just let this whole thing go. Instead, they just say, yeah, maybe you have a little bit of a point, and maybe we'll allow this to continue. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. Occasionally, you should turn to your friends and your colleagues and say, you know what, that's a really stupid thing you're doing and you're saying, and that should have happened here, but it didn't. And luckily, this kid stood firm, his parents stood firm, and they won. At the end of the day, the school came back and said, you can wear this patch on your bag. Two things that I find interesting about this. One, they went to a local TV station and tried to tell their story, and the TV station wanted nothing to do with them. Why do you think that is? Well, I can tell you why that is because it wasn't a pride flag they were told that they couldn't carry. If it was a pride flag they had been told they couldn't carry, you can bet your bottom dollar that they would have been down on that and wanted to tell every little bit of that story. So here we are. Mediaite has this clip, and it is a pretty amazing clip if you ask me. It is a clip of Abby Phillips of CNN talking with the governor of Colorado, a gay Democrat who considers himself, I guess, a libertarian in some ways, meaning most libertarians are just Republicans who want to have weird sex and smoke weed. But this case doesn't really seem to be the case. Oh, wait, that perfectly describes Colorado. But he actually lives the words he speaks. Because Jared Polis is having none of this, and Abby Phillips even tries to make it an issue of racism and the connotations and things, and he's not having any of that either. Check this out. Kudos to him.
Now, the state's Democratic governor is defending that student. Governor Jared Polis joins me now. Governor Polis, thank you for joining us tonight.
My pleasure, Abby.
You've called the Gadsden flag a proud symbol of the American Revolution. What do you make of why this incident happened in the first place?
Well, look, I call it a teaching moment. You know, Abby, we all remember high school, college, you know, there's kids with pins on their backpacks. Maybe it's a feminist pin, an anti-war pin. Maybe it's a conservative one. And, you know, that enriches the discussion, right? It's kids are trying out different things. And, the Don't Tread on Me flag, the Gadsden flag, is really an iconic American flag. It's flown over units of our military. You know, it's, of course, has it been adopted by the Tea Party and others? Sure it has. But a kid could have a I Love the Tea Party pin on their backpack, too. Look, let's just let kids have their free expression in school. And if they want to advocate for their political beliefs, I think that's something that should be encouraged. It's all about free speech.
Yeah.
Agreed completely. She says, yeah, but she's going to tell you why maybe she doesn't necessarily completely agree here in just a second. But he's right. He may not agree with the Tea Party. He may not agree with the co-opting of the Gadsden flag by the Tea Party. Doesn't matter. That's that kid's ability to speak out that it should be protected. And that's what he's for. And kudos to him for feeling that way.
I mean, I think that's perhaps the central question here. Do you think that that's why this teacher made that association to slavery, because it has been associated with the right, with the Tea Party? And
Can we stop right here? Maybe that's the case. But shouldn't Abby Phillips be saying, wow, what an imbecile? How could this teacher be so wrong? Not making an excuse for the teacher, saying, oh, well, maybe she was just completely wrong on everything, but maybe she has a reason to. Is the right associated with slavery? Did I miss that? I'm only 44 years old. I'm a conservative. I've never thought about having slaves or thought that that was right. I don't know why the right would be associated with that. Of course, she'll never have to answer for that stupid assertion. But she's trying to defend someone that says, yeah, but don't you understand? The opinions of the people who waved that flag today are really bad. Shouldn't they be stopped? No. Abby Phillips, once again, one of the great defenders of the First Amendment there working at CNN, arguing that if the opinion's bad, should it still be free? Yes. The answer is yes, you clown.
Perhaps with the Republican Party?
You know, it's a good opportunity to really go through the history and see the pride really, as Americans, we should all take in the Gadsden flag. Rattlesnake, as Ben Franklin said, they never attack first, but they never back down once they're in a fight. And a lot of Americans identify with that spirit. But look, it goes deeper than that. If we want the moral high ground, Abby, to say that schools shouldn't be banning rainbow flags on kids' binders or backpacks to celebrate pride, we have to also say they shouldn't be banning free speech on the other side. This is a country that treasures free speech, and frankly, I hope it leads to a frank discussion in that school and others around the country about how free speech means that we support the speech even when we don't agree with it.
That right there is exactly correct. He nailed it. He is exactly correct. That is exactly right. And poor Abby Phillips cannot understand that because in her mind, the pride flag, the BLM flag, all these flags are good and great and strong. But this is a bad flag because people might associate it with something it's not associated with, so therefore it's bad. I mean, it's just a moronic position. These people want to ban this flag, and Abby Phillips, let's be clear, she's for that. She is completely okay with the banning of that flag. She would be completely okay if that was the end result here. Okay? She'd be fine with that. She's okay with it. Make it clear. Say it loud. She's fine with that. She's wrong. She's stupid. She's stupidly wrong. But she is completely okay with this. And the Democratic governor from Colorado has to come in here and explain to members of the media what free speech is all about. Kudos to him for doing that. We need more people that are willing to buck their party like this guy did. So Jared Polis is a real winner today. Abby Phillips, well, she'll be crying about free speech tomorrow without even understanding that she doesn't even get it.